Welcome back to Lincoln Park here in Tucson, Arizona. Our second game of the day here at the 12th annual Desert Stinger Classic hosted by MSU Billings. About to get underway. Cal State Dominguez Hills taking on Northwest Nazarene. Well, the Nighthawks suffered a tough loss just about half an hour ago. A walk-off double off the bat of Alicia Martinez of Regis University handed NNU a 2-1 defeat. Yeah. Talked with head coach Rich Wagner just a little bit as he brought his lineup over and said, hey, we got to score. The Nighthawks had chances in a brilliantly pitched game by Charlotte Fornes, but not enough to extend the win streak to 4. But NNU has won 3 of its last 4. We'll look to bounce back right now against a very good Cal State Dominguez Hills team. The Toros enter this game 7-1 overall on the season, and they are cruising under head coach Jim Meyer. Dominguez Hills winning both games yesterday, topped Western Washington 12-2, a run rule game, and then finished the evening by shutting out Minot State 5-0. They'll take on the Nighthawks here, and then later this afternoon going to face Washburn University in its 2 games today. Just moments away from action, and it should be a good one. NNU's got its ace in the circle, Sydney Booth, to face a very dangerous Cal State Dominguez Hills lineup. It'll go like this for Jim Meyer's crew. Claudia Valencia, the shortstop, leads off. Kiana Aveira, the center fielder, hits second, and Maya Lopez, the catcher, hits third. Caitlin Sturm is the right fielder in the cleanup spot. Raquel Jaime, the second baseman, hits fifth, and Amara Alamia Labanog, the first baseman, hits sixth. Daphne Bravo is the designated player, hitting seventh. Alex Davis bats eighth and plays left field, and Shanoa Au, the third baseman, hits in the ninth slot. And the Toros with Alyssa Olagi in the circle. Valencia to dig in, and Booth's done with her warm-up tosses. We're going to get started just about right on time. Evan O'Kelly back with you for 3 more games today and then 2 more tomorrow right here on Field 1 at the Desert Stinger Classic. Booth's first pitch of the game swung on and fouled at home plate by Valencia. 0-1. Booth started off this tournament for NNU by taking a no-hitter into the 6th inning in the Nighthawks' first game yesterday. And one of the very best, not only on the team, but in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. Next pitch outside. Booth this season so far is making her 5th start, 27 in the 3rd innings already, 33 strikeouts against just 6 walks and a 1.28 ERA. Booth exhibiting terrific command. Played first base in the opener today, and a swing and a miss. Strikes out Valencia on 3 pitches to start this game off. Well, NNU, the other thing Rich Wagner said between games is, man, we've had a lot of really close ones, 1-run ball games, and 1- and 2-run ball games. In fact, earlier today was the 4th 1-run game NNU's been involved with in their first 8 games of the season. Popped up, shallow right field, backtracking, and making the catch for out number 2 is Emma Mulligan. So a couple of quick outs. Maya Lopez will be the hitter for Cal State Dominguez Hills. Lopez hitting at .316 on the season, has started all 9 games now, including this one. Takes a hack and comes up empty on the first pitch from Sydney Booth. Lopez, 1 extra base hit. That was a triple, and she's also driven in 5 runs while reaching base at a clip of .458 to start the year. Hitting in the 3rd place slot in Jim Meyer's lineup. Fouls the next pitch back, and Booth a strike away from a very quick first inning. Just underway here at the 12 o'clock time slot. Booth ready. And the 0-2 pitch. Very high, came with the heat that time, and Lopez laid off. So, Cal State Dominguez Hills, members of the California Collegiate Athletic Association, and NNU, members of the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. Well, we've been seeing that all weekend long. Really good regional action. These teams squaring off in the early season and wouldn't see each other again until potentially in the NCAA regionals in May. But good to see good competition early in the season. 2-2 pitch fouled back as Lopez able to get a piece and stay alive. Northwest Nazarene in game 2 of a triple header today. They're going to have the next game off, and then they'll finish out their tournament tonight against Academy of Art. Strike 3 called in a 1-2-3 top of the first for Sidney Booth. We'll head to the bottom of the frame coming up. So the Toros take the field defensively. They've got Au at third base, Valencia the shortstop. Over on the right side, Jaime the second baseman. And Labanag at first base. In the outfield, Alex Davis is in left, Kiana Abeira in center, and Caitlin Sturm in right field and doing the catching, Maya Lopez behind the plate. And it's Alyssa Olagi in the circle for CSU Dominguez Hills. Olagi a perfect 4-0 on the season. So this is going to be a good battle. We just had a pitcher's duel earlier today, and now we see the ace for both of these teams. Olagi, the seasoned veteran for Dominguez Hills, and you just saw Sidney Booth cruise through the Toros lineup in order in the top of the first. Emma Mulligan leads off and plays second. Ivy Hommel, the shortstop, hits second, and Sidney Booth, who's pitching, will hit for herself in the third slot. Maya McNichol bats cleanup and is in left field. Mackenzie Laneve, who caught last game's in right, hitting fifth. Charlotte Fornes, the designated player, hits sixth. Abigail Gagnon, the third baseman, hits seventh. Madison hits eighth, and Nikki Zuvela, the catcher, hits ninth for NNU. First pitch on the way from Olagi on the outside corner, strike one to Emma Mulligan. Next pitch on the way, bunt shown and taken back, but called a strike. So Mulligan quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Olagi, a 1.93 earned run average so far this season, has pitched in 7 games. This her 8th, 36 and a third innings, 34 strikeouts and only 8 walks. Next delivery low and out. So you're seeing a couple of pitchers who both have exceptional command, are very tricky to hit, and would fully expect to see another really good low-scoring ball game. 1-2 pitch on the way to Mulligan, up and out of the zone. Olagi ready. And the next pitch, tapped foul. Mulligan got a piece in the batter's box to stay alive. So Dominguez Hills and Chico State each starting the season 7-1. The Wildcats just beat St. Martin's earlier today, and they're both at the top of the early CCAA standings. Of course, the 2021 season canceled as this one fouled back and out of play as well. And the Toros were on the rise in 2020 when things got postponed due to the pandemic. They were 16-8 and 9-5 in league play. They were up in third place, 14 games through the conference standings before everything got shut down. That was 2 seasons ago. 2-2 pitch. Fly to center field, reaching up and making the catch in center. Abaera. 2 gone, or 1 gone, I should say. That was the leadoff hitter Mulligan, who flied out. So Jim Meyer doing a good job with this Dominguez Hills crew, his second stint in charge of the Toros, and they've got their eyes on a CCAA title. They've certainly started the season well. 7-1. First pitch to Ivy Hommel outside. Chico State, of course, going to be in the mix, as they always are. Next pitch to Hommel. Popped up, shallow left center. And reaching up to make the snag over there is Davis. 2 gone. Couple of harmless fly balls, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Booth, the pitcher. Played first base in the opener. Had a couple knocks. Now trying to help herself out in the bottom of the first. Just underway, no score yet. She swings and misses at Olagi's first pitch. Olagi's next delivery upstairs, and Booth able to lay off. 1 ball, 1 strike. One-0 pitch on the way. On the outside corner, generous edge that time. We saw a little bit of a tight strike zone in game 1, which is relevant to NNU since they were in it. That pitch there would not have been a called strike in the opener, but Olagi gets the edge, and it's 1-2. Popped up foul and out of play. So Booth battling. And Olagi trying to match Booth with a 1-2-3 first inning of her own. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Tapped towards short and diving to make a basket catch at the last second. Valencia wasn't hit hard, but she had to run in and make the play. So a 1-2-3 inning for each ace. Buckle your seatbelts. This one's going to be good as we head to the second. Well, we mentioned earlier Chico State beat St. Martin's in its first game of the day. That pushed them to 7-1 to match Dominguez Hills. Now the Wildcats are up 2-0 already in the first inning against Metro State. So That's going to be a fun series during the CCAA regular season when Chico and Dominguez Hills get together. They're both off to a great start this year. Sydney Booth's off to a good start in the circle. She is back out for her second inning of work, retired the side in order as she'll face Sturm, the cleanup hitter, to start the second. No score yet, just underway. First pitch from Booth on the outside part of the plate, strike one. This one fouled off out of play to the right. So Booth quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Sturm, a .278 hitter through the first 8 games of the year, 2 of her 5 hits going for extra bases, and she's tied for the team lead with 6 runs batted in. Also has stolen a couple bases. Taps this one back to Booth, and an easy play for out number 1. That will bring Raquel Jaime to the plate for the Toros. Jaime hitting at .375. Has also started all 8 games this year. 5 RBIs for her. And has struck out just 2 times in 27 plate appearances. Good contact hitter in the number 5 slot in the order. Looking to get something going against Booth. In tight, and that nicked her. So the Toros have their first base runner. That just barely clipped Jaime's jersey. So she heads to first base. And it'll be Amara Labanog digging in, the left-handed hitter. Hot start to the season for her, hitting .474, 9 for 19 through the first 8 games of the season. And the Toros as a team hitting .333, so they have been getting it done offensively to start off the 2022 campaign, and that's why they're 7-1. So Booth trying to shake off a pitch that just nicked Jaime, gets ahead in the count. This one popped shallow center field, ranging back to make the catch for NNU as Mulligan. Tried to throw back to first and got away. Not going to matter as that's out number 2. That brings Daphne Bravo to the plate for the Toros. Bravo 3 for 18 to start the season. And that hit her in the helmet. High and tight. So a couple of hit batters for Booth here in the second inning, and there are 2 runners on with 2 outs. That brings Alex Davis into the box for the first time in this one. Alex hitting .417, making her 4th start of the season. First pitch to her, swing and a miss. Good cut on that pitch from Booth. Got Davis to chase one outside. So Booth having to work out of a little bit of trouble here. It's by her own doing as she has hit a couple of batters here in the second inning. Next delivery, outside corner, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Booth ends the inning with a strikeout. Toros get a couple on, but leave them both. And we head to the bottom of the second. Still no score. Well, Alyssa Olagi has just gotten better and better throughout her career trajectory. 21 games as a freshman, 5.52 ERA. 32 games as a sophomore, down to 3.56. And then in 2020, pitched in 18 games before the season canceled and a 2.77 ERA. So that ERA has gone down from 5.52 as a true freshman all the way to this season where it's at just 193 through her first 7 games of the year. So Olagi, a real gem for the Toros, now in her 4th year. And she had a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. First delivery in the second, in there for a strike on Maya McNichol. Popped up towards the line and out of play off to the left. So Olagi working ahead in the count, 0-2. McNichol got to protect here. Next pitch. Just missing the outside corner. That time was Olagi, smile on her face. Thought maybe she caught the edge there with that pitch, but just a little too far out. Good spot. And now she comes back with the 1-2. Sky to left field. Shallow reaching up and making the catch. In shallow left field was the shortstop Valencia. It had to be her. That was kind of in no man's land. Davis was shaded a little bit towards the gap and wasn't going to be able to get there, but a nice catch by Claudia Valencia for the first out of the inning. That one in there for a strike on LaNeve. This one popped up, and that's going to get out of play behind home plate. So Olagi quickly getting ahead of LaNeve, 0-2. LaNeve caught in game 1 today for NNU. She's in the lineup again in right field here in the Nighthawks' second of 3 games today. 0-2 pitch. Similar spot to the 0-2 pitch that she threw to McNichol and just missed the outside corner. That's right where you want to be if you're Olagi, especially in an 0-2 count. Just live right on the edge. If you get the call, great. If not, you still have count leverage. Now the 1-2 on the way. Popped up. Will that stay playable for Al? Looks like it. And at the last second, couldn't get a glove on it. Count remains at 1-2. A miscue there on Al, dropping the pop-up by the line. Olagi ready, and the pitch very high. Count runs even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two on the way. Just missing the outside corner and a patient at bat by LaNeve. McKenzie has worked the count full. Trying to be the first Nighthawk to reach base with 1 gone here in the 2nd inning. Olagi ready, payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, fooled her with the off speed, throw down to first in time. And the right-hander wins the battle for out number 2. Great off-speed delivery there by Olagi. Spun it, and the timing was all off for LaNeve. So 2 gone. Fornes will be the hitter, and beautifully pitched game by Charlotte Fornes this morning. did all she could, and it's a shame she had to take the loss. Certainly not fair that she did, but somebody had to take it and went the distance in the 2-1 defeat against Regis earlier for NNU, but Fornes was outstanding in the circle. Back in the lineup here in Game 2 for the Nighthawks, and she is the designated player for this one, so Rich Wagner keeping that bat in the lineup. 2 gone, and the 1-0 pitch is fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Popped up, could be playable, but going to be tricky down the line, and it lands foul for strike 2. Well, Lavanag was chasing back from first base. Sturm making her way over from right field, but neither had a real chance to make a catch. So instead, Alagi will try to take advantage of another favorable count. She's ahead 1-2. The righty ready, and the pitch just a little bit high and outside, and a good take by Fornes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone in the second. Fly ball into the gap, but reaching back and making the catch in left field. Davis for out number 3. No scores. We go to the 3rd inning. To the top of the 3rd we go, cruising right along, and that's what you'd expect when the Aces take the circle. Alyssa Olagi 6 up and 6 down for Cal State Dominguez Hills. Sydney Booth, a couple of hit batters, but no harm, no foul, as she is still able to get all 3 outs. First pitch just off the inside part of the plate to Shanoa Au, ball 1. Next pitch on the outside corner, 1-1. Au, the 9th place hitter in the lineup for the Toros. Smacks it foul off to the right. And Booth ahead in the count, 1-2. So Au digging in, and Valencia, the leadoff hitter, waiting on deck. 1-2. Skied off to the right. That's going to be out of play as well. Au has started all 8 games Make it 9 counting this one for the Toros. Another 1-2 pitch into deep center field, into the gap, and reaching up and dropping it in right field. Al able to get all the way to third. Tough try for her, and the Toros with a runner in scoring position here in the third inning. So a triple. That's the first hit of the game for Cal State Dominguez Hills. Check swing by Valencia and a foul ball. So now Booth will go to work with the first run of the game looming 60 feet away. A 1 pitch, bunt shown, tapped foul at the plate. Safety squeeze was on that time. As you saw on the triple, Al with tremendous speed at third base. So the Toros thinking about playing a little small ball, but Valencia unable to get the bunt down. Now she's behind in the count, 0-2. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Booth climbed the ladder and a 3-pitch strikeout. That's just what she needed for out number 1. That brings Abellera to the plate. First pitch from Booth, fouled back. Now, Booth is a power pitcher, and when she needs to collect strikeouts, she sure can. 33 of them in the first 27 and the third innings this season. Well, and this is another strikeout situation. She just got one on 3 pitches, now works ahead of Abellera. 0-1. Inside corner, great spot from Booth. Well, that's what makes her an ace of the staff. When you give up a leadoff triple and you need to find a way out of the jam, you do it. But she's not out of the woods yet. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts on 6 straight pitches from Sydney Booth. So now the chances of the Toros taking the lead a little bit slimmer. It'll be in the hands of Lopez with Al still waiting on third base, but now 2 outs. Booth trying to wiggle out of the jam. The lefty ready. First pitch is tapped foul on a check swing at home plate. 0-1. Lopez struck out her first time. Booth has struck out 5 already here with 2 gone in the third inning. Next pitch on the way. Too far inside, 1-1. One pitch popped up into right field, could be playable by the line, and reaching over to make the catch, La Neve. So Booth works out of it, gets a couple strikeouts, and strands the runner on third. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Still no score. So here we go, bottom of the third inning. Alyssa Olagi back to the circle, and Abigail Gagnon swings and misses at the first pitch. 7, 8, and 9, Gagnon, Felter, and Zuvella due up for Northwest Nazarene. Next pitch, out of the zone, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch, swing and a foul back to the screen behind home plate, 1-2. So Olagi ahead in the count once again. Poked into shallow right field, and that's down for the Nighthawks' first hit of the ball game. Gagnon didn't make great contact, but got it to where it needed to be, and she's on first. We'll see if NNU can turn this into something. The only thing lacking for them today has been the big hit offensively. They scored just 1 run in the 2-1 loss earlier to Regis. Bunt shown, and going after it was Felter. So she's behind the count, 0-1. Nighthawks had a lot of chances. Bases loaded in the 6th. Hit into an inning-ending double play. The Toros just feet away. This one popped up, fouling out of play. And the count 0-2. Al and Labanog, the corner infielders, were just about 20 feet from the hitter's box. Now with 2 strikes, they back off, and Olagi strikes out Felter swinging. 1 out here in the last of the 3rd inning. And no scoreboard on our live stream, but you can follow the live stats for today's game online, msubsports.com. You can find the stats along with full schedules for all teams and all games of the tournament. Day 2 of the event, 35 games and 14 teams from 6 different conferences here in Tucson this weekend. Zuvella, first time we've seen her today, and she takes a strike, so the count 1 ball and 1 strike on her. Zuvella didn't play in the opener. She's catching Sydney Booth here in game 2. And Nicole Zuvella still looking for her first hit of the season, just 0 for 7 so far. 0-1, slashed foul off to the left. One-two pitch. Down the middle, but maybe just a little bit low. That was awful close to being called strike 3. Instead, the count moves to 2-2. Regardless of the call, great spot by Olagi. Now she comes back with a 2-2 offering. Tapped foul. Olagi shaking off the call now. She's got the one she wants. Another 2-2 pitch on the way. High fly ball into deep left field. Back at the track and up against the wall. It bounces over the fence. And it's a ground rule double for Nicole Zuvella. Her first hit of the season. Gonna put runners on second and third with one out. And the Toros actually catch a break because Gagnon would have scored from first, but she has to stop at third on the ground rule double. That one bounced over the fence. In any case, the Nighthawks in business here, looking to strike first with one out in the third. Jim Meyer calling time, and he wants all 9 of his players to meet in the circle. Ciolo Church into the game at second base to run for Zuvella, the catcher. So a big spot here in the third inning and a high fly ball to left field, squaring up, making the catch. Here's the throw home. It's a good one. Is it in time? No! Gagnon got under the tag. That was bang, bang, but the Nighthawks are on the board. 1-0. Boy, that was close. So a bang-bang play at home. NNU capitalizes. It was a great throw from Davis in left field. I'm talking on the money, threw a strike to Lopez, the catcher, and the tag on, but bang-bang at the plate, and the Nighthawks score the run. Now a swing and a miss by Ivy Hommel. That would have been big. It would have kept the game scoreless. Instead, NNU strikes first and a chance for one more with a runner at third and 2 outs. So Loggy ahead in the count 0-1. Next one down low.
Hey, who's pitching? Is it Sydney? Okay,
1-1 the count. And Hommel pops it up into the left field corner. Is it playable? 3 Toros converge, but all 3 couldn't get there. So it lands foul, and it's strike 2. One-two pitch from Alagi. Popped up, left field. There's Davis. And the side is out, but the Nighthawks strike first, 1-0, as we move to the bottom, or the top of the fourth. So on to the fourth we go. Sturm, the hitter. Booth back out and delivers down low. Ball one. Sydney pitching with the lead for the first time. Has allowed just the one hit, the triple by Shanoa Au, but managed to keep the Toros off the scoreboard. This one fouled back behind home plate by Sturm. Sturm grounded out her first time. Good ball game here in the fourth. 1-0. Cal State Dominguez Hills trailing. And this one popped fouling out of play. Now the 1-2 from Booth. Swing and a miss. That is the third strikeout Booth has used that rise ball on and gotten the Toros to chase. She had back-to-back strikeouts with that pitch when Al was on third with nobody out, and it is filthy. So one gone here in the fourth. First pitch to Jaime, fouled back and out of play, 0-1. Check swing. The call is that she didn't go around, and now they appeal and they say she did. So on the appeal to first, that makes it count 0-2. I'm not sure that pitch was out of the strike zone anyway. Not going to matter as the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Booth ready. Here's the delivery. Just reaching out and getting a piece is Jaime. Well, Booth, a GNAC Player of the Year candidate at the outset of the season, and just simply for the fact of how dominant she is in all phases of the game. You're seeing the stuff she has in the circle, and by the way, she leads this team in hitting at .476. It's early, but Booth is really, really good. And this NNU team going to ride the lefty all season long. Another 0-2 pitch on the way. Off speed, low in the dirt, and Jaime able to lay off. Ball one. Next pitch, swing and a miss, struck her out. Blew Jaime away. There's 2 down. Back-to-back punch-outs for Booth here in the fourth. She's got 7 now in the ball game. Well, Booth started this tournament by striking out 16 against Metro State. That was a career high. That was in a complete game effort as NNU won 3-1. Swing and a miss, and Booth flirted with a no-hitter, gave up a home run in the 6th to break up the no-no, and 2 hits total in that game. But just absolutely filthy with 16 strikeouts. Here she's got Labanag set up 0-2, just off the inside corner, ball one. The lefty ready. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a foul tip. Booth strikes out the side. 16 yesterday. She's halfway to that with 8 strikeouts through the first 4 innings. To the bottom of the frame we go. NNU holding on to a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the 4th inning coming up. Alyssa Olagi back out for another frame. Sydney Booth digging in after striking out the side. Sydney's got 8 punch-outs. Now she tries to lead off the 4th by getting on base. Pops the first pitch up and out of play. 0-1. Fun game to watch here. The 2 aces going at it, and they've both got the good stuff today. Next pitch on the outside corner, 0-2. Now Olagi ready. High fly ball into center field. And falls into the glove of Abaera for out number 1. Olagi pitching well to contact. 2 strikeouts for her here in the 4th inning, but has needed just 51 pitches thus far. Here's McNichol. She grounds one into the diving glove of the shortstop, but the throw not in time. Nice play by Valencia just to get a glove on that, but McNichol with good speed able to beat it out. Valencia had to throw it from the dirt. Couldn't get enough on it, but a great play just to make the stop. 1 out single for McNichol. And now LaNeve stands in. LaNeve just getting a piece of the heater from Olagi. Or 1 pitch. On the outside corner, Olagi caught it, and LaNeve didn't think so, but she'll have to go to work here behind 0-2. Similar spot, this time maybe just a little bit too far outside. And the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. McNichol, the runner on at first. Next pitch up and out of the zone, 2-2. Two. Tapped foul. We'll do it over again. Another 2-2 from Alagi. This one driven into right center. No one's going to get it. And it's to the wall. Abellera had a dive. The Nighthawks going to stop at second and third. And LaNeve trying to pump up the dugout after a one-out double. So yet another chance for Northwest Nazarene to put runs on the board. Here comes Jim Meyer, Dominguez Hills head coach, to the circle. Well, LaNeve was not happy with the second pitch that was called a strike. That put her behind in the count, 0-2, but able to chip away, foul off a couple, and then shot the gap in right center. Good try by Kiana Abellera, the center fielder. Off the bat, I didn't think anyone had a chance, and she actually got close with the dive, but that one carried all the way to the wall. Not the first time today NNU has had runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs, but they have not capitalized, save for the sac fly earlier. Their only run in game one today coming on a double steal of second and home. That was with 2 outs. So still no hits with runners in scoring position for the Nighthawks. They plated one earlier on the sac fly. Now it is Charlotte Fornes with 2 on and 1 out. First pitch, a little bit too far in tight, ball 1. Northwest Nazarene leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Alagi. Swing and a miss. Good spin on that one. One pitch. Grounded into right field and a base hit for Fornes. No throw home, that'll play 2, and the Nighthawks jump ahead 3-0. Wasn't hit all that hard by Fornes, but it didn't need to be. Just found the hole, and that was enough to bring home both. And in fact, almost a good thing that there wasn't too much on it. If it had gotten into right field any faster, Sturm maybe would have had a chance to throw home, but instead it was cut off, and it's 3-0 Nighthawks. Here's Gagnon taking low and in, ball 1. One 0 line, just foul off to the left. One pitch, swung on and missed. 1-2. Sharp ground ball again, foul on the left side. Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out here in the 4th. Nighthawks have struck for 2, and finally they come through with runners in scoring position. Another 1-2 from Alagi. Off speed, just high, not missing by much. Two and two on Gagnon. That one floats up and out of the zone. High fly ball to center field. Caballera there, and she makes the catch for out number 2. Felter, the hitter. Alagi trying to get out of this inning and limit it to a frame in which she's given up 2 runs. Still very manageable for the Toros, who, as I mentioned earlier, are a very good offensive team. But they trail now 3-0. A lot of time left in this one. Bottom of the 4th. 0-1 pitch from Alagi. Check swing, foul ball. Alagi ahead in the count, 0-2. Felter trying to prolong the inning. Swinging a line drive into center field, base hit. Caballera over to cut it off, but the frame continues. Now Nicole Zuvella, who spanked one into the gap for a double earlier. That was NNU's first hit. Or check that second hit. And a pinch runner here for the Nighthawks. Fornes that's into the gap, and that'll get down. And the throw in cut off. So the Nighthawks drive Olagi from the game here with 2 outs in the 4th. Rallying with 2 outs and overall 3 runs in the inning to take a 4-0 lead. Ashley Weiss into the game now for Cal State Dominguez Hills coming on in relief. 12 2/3 innings for her this season. She's been outstanding. 18 strikeouts, only 5 walks, and a 1.66 ERA. That's tops on the team through her first 5 appearances of the year. So the Toros trying to limit the damage here, stop the bleeding. And a big spot still. It's 4-0, so this game by no means over, but 2 runners in scoring position for the Nighthawks, so still a very important at-bat here with Emma Mulligan at the plate. First pitch by Weiss off the outside part of the plate, ball 1. Next delivery on the outside corner. Strike 1. High fly ball into right field and ranging over to make the catch for out number 3, Sturm. But the Nighthawks plate 3, and after the 4th inning, NNU up 4-0. Well, the Nighthawks have rewarded their ace with a 4-0 cushion. And more often than not, that's enough for Sydney Booth to win. Her ERA this season, 1.28. So she gives up on average less than 2 runs an appearance. Of course, still got to get through a very tough Dominguez Hills lineup 3 more times, but the Nighthawks are in the driver's seat with a 4-0 lead, and their ace dealing 8 strikeouts for Booth. Got a nice long break, and she comes right out and gets ahead of Bravo 0-1. Booth struck out the side her last time out there. 8 punch outs through the first 4 frames. This one, a little squiver. Booth will take it herself, underhand to first base, and there's 1 gone. Toros going to the bench here for a pinch hitter. It is Sydney Diaz stepping into the box and gets jammed in on the hands, fouls the first one back to the screen. 0-1. Again, Booth jamming it in on Diaz's hands, and another foul ball out of play. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the 5th. Soft line drive, basket catch by Hommel, 2 gone. That'll bring Shanoa out to the plate. She owns the only hit for the Toros, and it was a triple. Shot the gap in right center and just sneaked past the reach of La Neve. If you ask La Neve, she would probably tell you she thinks she should have caught it, but just couldn't quite get there. That's the only hit against Booth. This one into right field, and that's going to fall. So Al is seeing Booth. She may be the only Toro that applies to, but she's got both of Dominguez Hill's hits. Al didn't wait around either. She has paid attention to Booth getting ahead of hitter after hitter and knew that her best chance might be on that very first pitch. Just dumped it into right field. So with 2 outs, the Toros a base runner back to the top of the order and Valencia. First pitch from Booth. High fly ball, deep left field at the wall. There it goes. 2-run home run, Claudia Valencia. And just like that, the Toros making some noise in the 5th. The deficit cut in half, and it's 4-2. So that energizes the third base dugout. First home run of the year for Valencia. Just the second for this Dominguez Hills team, but that's a big one. That gets them right back in it. It's 4-2 now, and it comes with 2 outs. Valencia now leads the team with 8 RBIs on the season. We'll see how Booth responds. The first blemish against her in this one. Abaera, the hitter now. First pitch fouled back and out of play. High fly ball, this one to center field. Towards the fence and reaching up to make the catch at the last second was Felter. Boy, that took Maddie back as far as she could go. Got the right hand out to find the wall. And Abaera came just a couple of feet away from making it back-to-back homers. But the Toros will take it. A big 2-run home run by Claudia Valencia. And we go to the bottom of the 5th, 4-2, NNU in front. You can tell this Dominguez Hills team has a lot of fight in it. Booth struck out the side in the 4th, and then the Nighthawks proceeded to score 3 runs in the bottom of the inning to pull ahead 4-0, and with their backs against the wall, Dominguez Hills didn't waver against the NNU ace. The 2-out hit by Al, the big home run by Abaera, and the Toros right back in it. Bottom of the 5th, 4-2, NNU still in front. with Ivy Hommel leading off and taking ball 1. Don't go anywhere. This is a game destined for an exciting finish one way or the other. Can NNU hold on, or will the Toros keep the comeback going? First 2 pitches from Weeze out of the zone here in the 5th. The Nighthawks are going to have a little bit of a break after this one and then play their 3rd game of the day at 5 o'clock tonight. This one smoked to right field and down for a base hit. Sturm tried to throw to first base, but nowhere close, and Hommel with a leadoff knock. So here's Booth. She's been outstanding again on the mound, and she'll dig in 0 for 2 at the plate in this one with a couple flyouts. First pitch to Booth, popped up, foul and out of play. Slashed foul off to the left. Booth was late. And now she's behind the count, 0-2. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Nighthawks leading 4-2. But would definitely feel better if they could get back 1 or 2 of those runs that they gave up in the top of the inning. Weiss ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, ball 1. Grounded towards the middle, chance for a double play. Stepping on the bag, throwing to first in time was Jaime. Did it herself. Twin killing, he races the leadoff single, and there's 2 down. Well, Jaime was shaded that way up the middle, and the ground ball took her right to the bag. So 2 gone. And no runners on now for Maya McNichol. First pitch to her up and out of the zone, ball 1. And you can just feel the momentum sliding in favor of the Toros. 20 minutes ago, they trailed 4-0. Now they're up, or they're down by just 2, I should say. The big double play there, and chance for Weiss to get out of this inning with a 0. She paints the outside corner for strike 2. Off speed, well out of the zone, and McNichol laid off. Recognized the curveball and held her swing. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 5th. Lee's trying to post a shutdown inning. Very high, and the count runs full. Payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Blew her away. We're through 5 here at Lincoln Park in Tucson. Good game. The Toros got 2 back in the 5th. They're coming up. 2 innings left to decide this one. Good regional matchup between NNU of the GNAC and Cal State Dominguez Hills of the CCAA. 2 teams that could very well make it to the postseason this year. NNU receiving votes in the preseason poll, and Cal State Dominguez Hills with a 7-1 record on the season. Another game that has a playoff feel to it. Started with the 2 aces, NNU with momentum, but now the Toros have it back. Bunt back to Booth, gotta hurry, throw to first in time. Going to the count. Booth ready, delivers. That one too far off the outside part of the plate, 1-2. We've seen some very well-pitched games all tournament long. Booth working on another one and just fouling it off. Jaime to stay alive. 16 strikeouts for Booth yesterday, career high in the win over Metro State. This one grounded sharply, and Hommel can't handle it on the backhand. So with 2 outs, Jaime reaches to extend the inning. Labanog, the hitter, lines it, and this time Hommel catches it on the run. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Nighthawks still in front, 4-2. So here we go, bottom 6. Nighthawks lead at 4-2, looking to add some final insurance in support of Sidney Booth, who's been excellent yet again. First pitch in there for strike 1 on La Neve. Next one carries outside. Weiss still going strong in the circle in relief of Alagi. Smacked right back and caught by Weiss. I don't know how much he knew about it. Stuck the glove up and caught it for out number 1. Wow. Booth ready. Here's the pitch. Pop fly. Hommel scoots over behind the bag and snags it for out number 2. Well, if the Toros had to pick a player to be up right now, I think it would be Shanoa Au. She's got 2 hits off of Booth. 2 of Dominguez Hill's 3 hits in the game. She has tripled and singled, and she's got to find a way to get on here to keep this game going. 4-2 NNU, an out away from a win. Do the Toros have one more rally in them? We'll see. First pitch from Booth. Off speed. Au watches it low and out of the zone. Ball 1. First pitch was low and away. Next delivery popped into left field. It's deep, but underneath, and making the catch to end the game, McNichol and Sydney Booth goes the distance. The Nighthawks rally and win it 4-2, shaking off the 2-1 loss earlier today, and NNU gets right back in the win column. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll be back at 2:30. MSU Billings going to take the field. The Nighthawks will be back at 5 o'clock. We'll have that game for you later on today as well. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.